to the room, got me feeling crazy. Shock my heart, boom, boom. Any other boy would stare, but me, I look away, cause you're making me scared. Trying not to breathe, 1, 2, 3. Trying not to freak when you look at me. Gotta make it move, but I freeze. You don't have a...
So, good morning everyone. So, good morning class. So, for today, I will be your teacher for this subject. I am Ma'am Shinami Muldon from Section 2E 33C. So, before our lesson starts, let us pray. So, in the name of the Father, of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. So, thank you. So, now let's proceed to our topic. At the end of this lesson, students should be able to analyze the elements of the story, contribute to its theme. Second, show appreciation for the values of hope, sacrifice presented in the story. Third, create a meaningful output like reflective writing, visual poster, and short role play that applies the theme of the story to real-life situations. So now, eyes on me. So get one whole sheet of paper and answer this. So listen carefully. Read each item carefully. Choose the best answer on the cloud. Write the letter of your answer on a piece of paper. So question number 1. Which element of a story refers to an event that happens? Okay, number 2. Who is the character in a story that usually face the main problem? Number 3. Which element of a story shows the message or lesson of the author wants to convey? Okay, question number 4. What do we call the struggles or problem faced by the characters in the story? So, last number 5. Which story element refers to objects, action, or events that represent deeper? Now everyone is finished, so let's check your answer. So, okay, question number 1, what is the answer? Yes, Jacob?
Ma'am, setting!
Okay, very good. You may now take your seat. Number 2, Trina?
Protagonist.
Okay, that's right. So, question number 3, what is the right answer? Dylan?
Theme.
Okay, that's right. Number 4, RV?
Conflict.
Yes, thank you. Number 5 question?
Symbol.
Yes, okay, thank you. We're going to proceed for stage 3, learning activities. So, as you can see, there is a picture of a leaf, a falling leaf. So, imagine that this leaf is your life, depends on this leaf. When it falls, you believe you will die. So, here's the question. Number 1. How do you feel upon reading the given statement? Yes, Trina? Yes. Okay, very well said. Thank you. So, the second question is, do you think hope can come from something very small? Jacob? Okay, very well said. Yeah, so yes, hope absolutely can came from something very small. By what? It serves as a tangible anchors for our emotion and minds like a single positive word from a friend. A tiny sprout pushing through a concrete, or in this case, it's a leaf. So let's proceed for B. Firm up. Elephants and theme of story mapping. So I will read a story of a last leaf.
Sue and Johnny live at the top of a building with 3 floors. One of these young women came from Maine and the others came from California. They had met at a restaurant on 8th Street. There they discovered that they liked the same kind of art, the same kind of food, and the same kind of clothes. So they decided to live and work together. That was in spring. Toward winter cold, a stranger entered Greenwich Village. No one could see him. He walked around touching one person here and another there with his icy fingers. He was bad sickness. Doctors called him pneumonia. On the east side of the city he hurried, touching many people, but in the narrow street of Greenwich Village he did not move so quickly. Mr. Pneumonia was not a nice old gentleman. A nice old gentleman would not hurt a little weak little woman from California. But Mr. Pneumonia touched Jancy with his cold fingers. She lay on her bed almost without moving, and she looked through the window at the wall of the house next to hers. One morning, the busy doctor spoke to Sue alone in the hall, where Jancy could not hear. She has a very small chance, he said. She has a chance if she wants to live. If people don't want to live, I can't do much for them. Your little lady has decided that she is not going to get well. Is there something that is troubling her? She always wanted to go Italy and paint a picture of the Bay of Naples, said Sue. Paint? Not paint. Is there anything worth being troubled about? A man? A man, said Sue. Is a man worth? No, doctor. There is not a man. It is a weakness, said the doctor. I will do all I know how to do. But when a sick person begins to feel that is going to die, half of my work is useless. Talk to her about new winter clothes. If she interested in the future, her chances would be better. After the doctor had gone, Sue went in the workroom to cry. Then she walked into Jancy's room. She carried some of her painting materials and she was singing. Jancy lay there, very thin, very quiet. Her face was turned toward the window. Sue stopped singing, thinking that Jancy was asleep. Sue began to work. As she worked, she heard a low sound again and again. She went quickly to the bedside. Jancy even were open wide. She was looking out the window and counting back. 12, she said, and a little later, 11, and then 10, and 9, and then 8, and 7, almost together. Sue looked out the window. What was there to count? There was only the side of the wall of the next house, a short distance away. The wall had no window. An old tree grew against the wall. The cold breath of winter had already touched it. Almost all its leaves had fallen from its dark branches. What is it, dear? Asked Sue. 6, said Jancy in a voice still lower. They're falling faster now. 3 days ago, there were almost 100. It hurt my head to count them. But now, it's easy. There goes another one. There are only 5 now. 5 what, dear? Tell your Sue. Leaves. On the tree. When the last one falls, I must go too. I've known that for 3 days. Didn't the doctor tell you? Oh, I never heard such a thing, said Sue. It doesn't have any sense in it. What does an old tree have to do with you? Or with your getting well? And you used to love the tree so much. Don't be a little fool. The doctor told me your chances for getting well. He told me this morning. He said you had very good chances. Try to eat a little now, and then I'll go back to work, and then I can sell my picture, and then I can buy something more for you to eat to make you strong. You don't have to buy something for me, said Jancy. She still looked out the window. There goes another. No, I don't want anything to eat. Now there are 4. I want to see the last one fall before night. Then I'll go too. Jancy dear, said Sue, you will promise me to close your eyes and keep them closed. Will you promise me not to look out the window until I finish working? I must have this picture ready tomorrow. I need the light. I can cover the window. Couldn't you work in the other room? Asked Jancy coldly. I'd rather be here by you, said Sue. And I don't want you to look at those leaves. Tell me as soon as you finished. She closed her eyes to lay white and still. Because I want to see the last leaf fall. I have done enough waiting. I have done enough thinking. I want to go sailing down. Down like one of those leaves. Try to sleep, said Sue. I must call Burham to come here. I want to paint a man in this picture. I'll make him look like Burman. I won't be gone a minute. Don't try to move till I came back. Old Burman was a painter who lived on the first floor of their house. He was past 60. He had no success as a painter. For 40 years he had painted without ever painting a good picture. He had always talked of painting a great picture, a masterpiece, but he had never yet started it. He got a little money by letting others paint pictures. He drank too much. He still talked of his great masterpiece, and he believed that it was his special duty to do everything possible to help Sue and Jancy. Sue found him in his dark room, and she knew that he had been drinking. She could smell it. She told him about Jancy and the leaves on the vines. She said that she was afraid that Jancy would indeed sail down like the leaf. Her hold on the word was growing weaker. Old Berman shouted his anger over such an idea. "What?" he cried. "Are there such a fool? Do people die because leaves drop off a tree? I have not heard of such a thing. No, I will not come up and sit while you make a picture of me. Why do you always allow to think such a thing? That poor little Jancy." "She is very sick and weak," said Sue. "The sickness hath put these strange ideas into my mind, Mr. Burham. If you won't come, you won't. But I don't think you're very nice." "This is like a woman," shouted Burham. "Who said I will not come? Go. I came with you for half an hour. I've been trying to say that I will come. God, this is not a place for someone as good as Jancy to lie sick. Some day I shall paint my masterpiece and we shall go away from here." Jancy was sleeping when they went up. Sue covered the window and took Burham into the other room. There they looked out the window fearfully at the tree, and they looked at each other for a moment without speaking. A cold rain falling, with a little snow in it. Burham sat down, and Sue began to paint. She worked through the most of the night. In the morning, after an hour's sleep, she went to Jancy's bedside. Jancy, with wide open eyes, was looking toward the window. "I want to see this," she told Sue. Sue took the cover from the window. But after the beating rain, and then the wild wind that had not stopped through the whole night, there still was one leaf to sing against the wall. It was the last on the tree. It was still dark green near the branch, but the edges it was turning yellow with age. There, it was hanging from branch nearly 20 feet above the ground. "It is the last one," said Jancy. "I thought it would surely fall during the night. I heard the wind. It will fall today and I shall die at the same time." "Dear, dear Jancy," said Sue, "think of me. If you won't think yourself, what would I do?" But Jancy did not answer. The most lonely thing in the world is a soul when it's preparing to go on its far journey. The ties that held her friendship and the earth were breaking one by one. The days slowly passed. As it grew dark, they could still see the leaf hanging from each branch against the wall. And then, as the night came, the north wind began again to blow. The rain still beat against the window. When it was light enough the next morning, Jancy again commanded that she be allowed to see. The leaf was still there. Jancy lay for the long time looking at it, and then she called to Sue, who was cooking something for her to eat. "I've been a bad girl, Sue," said Jancy. "Something has made that the last leaf stay there to show me how bad I was. It is wrong that I want to die. I'll try to eat now. But first, bring me a looking glass so that I can see myself, and then I'll sit up and watch you cook." An hour later, she said, "Sue, someday I hope to paint by the Bay of Naples." The doctor came in the afternoon. Sue followed him into the hallway outside Jancy's room to talk. "The chances are good," said the doctor. He took Sue's thin, shaking hands in his. "Give her good care and she get well. And now, I must see another sick person in this house. His name is Berman, a painter. I believe pneumonia too. Mike is an old, weak man and he's very ill. There is no hope for him, but we take him to the hospital today. We'll make it so easy as far as we can." The next day, the doctor said to Sue, "She's safe. You have done it. Food and care now. That's all." And that afternoon, Sue came to the bed where Jancy lay. She put arm around her. "I have something to tell you. Mr. Burham died of pneumonia today in the hospital. He was ill only 2 days. Someone found him on the morning on the first day in his room. He was helpless with pain. His shoes and his clothes were wet, as cold as ice. Everyone wondered where he had been. The night had been so cold and wild. And then they found some things. There was light that he had taken outside, and there was his materials for painting. There was paint, green paint and yellow paint. And look out the window, dear, at the last slip of the wall. Didn't you wonder why it never moved when the wind was blowing? Oh my, dear it. It is Berman's great masterpiece. He painted it there the night that the last leaf fell.
Question for the story, the last leaf rather. So how does Burham's sacrifice develop the theme of the story? So by what? By turn his lifelong dream of creating a masterpiece into reality that saves life. So number 2, why is the last leaf an effective symbol of hope? Because it is small, fragile, and relatable. So number 3, which element of the story best support the theme and why? Of course, it's the leaf. Why? Because it's the central element that links to hope, that survival, and connects with the processing question for the letter D, deepen, values, and meaning. So, okay, Trina, what is your own understanding of the theme of the story? Okay, stand up. Yes, okay, thank you. Yes, it means a hope isn't just a passive feeling. It's something that can be nurtured and even gifted others. So number 2, what personal insight or similar experience related to the theme can you share? Yes, Jacob, please share your experience. Okay, yes, proceed. Yes, okay. So according to your experience, this small collective act mirrored the story idea that even modest gestures can fuel that will live. Okay, very good. So now for letter E, be a last leaf. So class, so this will be a 2 or to 3 minute role play. Okay. So as a performers and storytellers, you will prepare and present 2 to 3 minute role play that depicts a contemporary scenario of hope through selfless sacrifice, followed by brief explanation linking the scene to the story. Of course, your student or your audience will be your classmates, and me, of course, your advisor, with evaluation based on the 3 critical metrics: relevance to the theme of hope and sacrifice, clarify of connection to the last leaf elements, and effectiveness of presentation delivery. The role play should mirror the story's progression, establishing a character in despair, introducing a figure who makes personal sacrifice, and showing how this act restores selfless giving remains deeply relevant today. So I will divide you into groups to make this kit. So give yourself a round of applause for these activities. All roles were good, but one of the role players are stood out above the rest. So congratulations, Group 2! You truly showcased the theme of your play, conveyed the emotions effectively. Yay! Congratulations! So, this is the last activity for our topic. So, kindly raise your hand if you want to answer. So, listen carefully. Question number 1. Which action best show how the theme of hope is developed in the last leaf? A. Sue takes care of Jancy. B. Berman paints the last leaf. C. The leaves fall during autumn. D. Jancy counts the leaves. Okay, raise your hand. Yes, Trina?
Ma'am, B.
Okay, it's correct. Berman paints the last leaf. So, question number 2. Why is the last leaf important to the story? A. It shows the changing season. B. It represents Burham's artwork. C. It causes Jancy to become sick. D. It symbolizes hope and the will to live. Okay, anyone? Please raise your hand. Again, Trina?
Ma'am, D.
Okay, very good. It symbolizes hope and the will to live. So question number 3. Which element of the story most influences Jansi's decision to live? A. Plot. B. Setting. C. Character. D. Point of view. Anyone? Raise your hand. Dylan.
Ma'am C.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Now, number 4. How does the setting help develop the theme of story? A. It creates a cheerful mood. B. It shows the danger of the city life. C. It explains why Burham became an artist. D. It emphasizes illness and hardships, making hope more meaningful. Yes, Jacob?
Ma'am D.
Yes, okay, thank you. Oh, it's raining. Oh my God. Malamig. 5. Which statement best explains Burham's role in the story? A. He teaches Jansi how to paint. B. He creates conflict between characters. C. He sacrifices himself to give hope to another. D. He is a minor character with little impact. Yes, Dylan again?
Ma'am C.
Yes, okay. So, that's it for our lesson. So, see you tomorrow, class. Okay, bye-bye.